Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, Jolting Joe, coming to you from my back porch on Tuesday, May the 9th. And here in Houston, it's currently overcast and cloudy. I got some rain earlier, but the weather is nice. And what are you drinking? What are you smoking? And as far as smoking goes, got one of my, I've got four, no, let's see, including these. All right, I've got like six freebie cigars left. So this is the freebie barber pole. All right, what are you drinking? I've got my, hold on a second here, we're gonna take a drag. All right, we got our, of course, we've got our uh, world champion, because I got like a cake, well, like a 12 pack in the fridge of these, and I've only drank like two of them. But of course, our Crawford Bach with the World Series champion on there for 2022. All right, so I'm drinking this one, or drinking. I've drank this one before on the show. Good little box, so we'll put it in the World Series koozie. Okay. All right, and oof, there we go. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, that's a good sound. Good sound indeed. All right, cheers, everybody. Okay, Dokia. Well, not too much really to talk about today per se, but let's see here, and let's see. All right, cool. All right. Alrighty. Let's go. We'll recap it here. All right. Let's see if there's any. Let's see. Well, Vita Blue did pass away the other day. That was Louisville, former Louisville coach, Coach Crum. Apparently, I don't know who that is, but he died at 86. Let's see. We got the draft lottery for basketball coming up. I don't see really anything in the ESPN trending shit. So let's just go we'll just kind of recap it here. Alright, so let's go back to last Tuesday. Alright, with the Eastern Conference semifinals and the Western Conference semifinals getting ready to start there. Alright, and I got a little uneven burn action going here. Let's see if I can get this little sucker caught up. Oh, anyway. Alright. Let's see here. So the Knicks beat the Heat to tie that series at 1. And then the Lakers beat the Warriors to take a 1-0 series lead in that one. Move to last Wednesday. The Celtics destroyed the 76ers 121-87 to tie that series at 1. Then we go to Thursday. The Warriors destroyed the Lakers 127-100 to tie that series at 1. Move to Friday. The Celtics beat the Sixers 114-102, take a 2-1 series lead. And then the Suns defeated the Nuggets to make it 2-1 Denver. Move to Saturday there. And then the Heat beat the Knicks 105-86. Miami take a 2-1 lead in that series. The Lakers then destroy the Warriors 127-97. They now lead the series 2-1. Move to Sunday, and the 76ers defeated the Celtics 116-115 in overtime. I didn't see much. I didn't get to see any of that game, but I heard it was good. I just needed to watch any of it. And then the Suns defeated the Nuggets 129-124 to even that series at 2. Last night, the Heat defeated the Knicks 109-101. And the Heat now lead that series 3 games to 1. And then the Lakers, they squeaked by the Warriors 104-100. They now lead that series 3-1. How bad are the Warriors on the road, man? I mean, sometimes you get that with baseball, with like team being better on the road or being right. Like right now, well, the Astros fucking lost last night, but the Astros are better on the road, than they were. Like 2018, it seems like they just couldn't win a fucking game at home. I mean, they won like damn near 100 games or 100 games. I think they would have won 100 games. They won 100 games in 2018, but like it seemed like 70 of them were on the road, which is not true, but you know what I mean. It's just like what the fuck. But I don't know if I've ever seen that with basketball. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, the Warriors. So the Lakers will win that one. So tonight we've got Game 5, pivotal Game 5 between the 76ers and the Celtics. That series is tied at 2. That game will start at 6:30 on TNT. That's Central Time, by the way, 6:30 Central Time. And then the Suns and Nuggets. Once again, that game series tied to another pivotal Game 5. That one's tied at 2. That one will start not until 9 o'clock Central Time on TNT. That's a 10 o'clock tip on the East Coast. Like I know there's hockey going on and stuff like that, and I know they're trying not to, they're trying to space this stuff out and stuff. Like, I mean, yes, baseball's going on too, but I mean, Denver is on. I mean, Denver is on Mountain Time, so they're an hour behind Central. That's still an 8 o'clock tip local time, but a 10 o'clock East Coast tip. Like, how do you not tip at 7 o'clock local time? I don't understand that one. I don't get it. Because like the Celtics are playing in Boston, they've got a 7:30 local tip. Like I get that for TV. Can the Nuggets not start at fucking I mean even a 9:30 tip? I mean it's still late on the East Coast, but still, I mean just I guess because the Suns are 2 hours behind. Because Arizona doesn't do daylight saving, so they're even though they're on Mountain Time, they're still 2 hours behind. So that puts it at 7 o'clock. But and you could tip that game at 6 or 6:30. That's fucking stupid. Anyway, so there you go. We got 2 pivotal Game 5s tonight. In the Western Conference semifinals and the Eastern Conference semifinals. So 76ers and Celtics, and then Suns Nuggets. No Chris Paul for the Suns. He is out. Poor Chris Paul. Chris Paul's body, just for whatever reason, fails him at the most inopportune time that you could possibly think of. They have load managed Chris Paul. They've tried to extend Chris Paul's career, but come playoff time, it seems like it's either a hammy or a quad or a groin or something lower body with him. And I mean, a few years ago, I mean, when it was Chris Paul and James Harden, I really do believe that the Rockets were one Chris Paul hamstring away from winning the NBA championship that year. They took a 3-2 series lead, not a 3-2 series. Yeah, it was 3-2. They took a 3-2 series lead after Game 5, and then Chris Paul pulled his hammy, and then everything went to shit after that. And both Game 6 and Game 7, Rockets had horrible fucking third quarters, and then couldn't hit a fucking three to save their fucking life. I know that was in Game 7. I think they're like 0 for 14 from 3-point land. Oh, bad times. But yeah, he got hurt then. I think he did. Was that 2021? I believe. Yes, it was 2021 when Milwaukee and the Suns played. I think Chris Paul stayed healthy through that series. He got to the NBA Finals, of course, and then they won the first game and then basically got swept after that. Lost in 5 games. But yeah, man, Chris Paul, Jesus Christ, man. Uh, you know, just he can't stay healthy when it counts. And but I just don't know what to do about that. Just don't know what to do. So games in Denver, game in Boston. So there you go. So there's your B-ball tonight for your NBA. I haven't caught a lot of the playoffs, but the playoffs have been fucking entertaining from everything. I've seen a couple games and stuff. I just haven't really had time to watch much of it, because even here fucking 9 o'clock tip time. Fucking gotta work tomorrow, man. I teach class tomorrow at fucking 7 a.m. I'm gonna be up at 6. I gotta get to bed by 10. Mm. But anyway, hockey. I have watched a little bit. I've watched a little bit of hockey. So let's go back to Tuesday with this one too. The second round started. The Kraken beat the Stars 5-4 in overtime to take a 1-0 series lead in that one, and then the Panthers beat the Maple Leafs 4-2 to take a 1-0 series lead in that series. Then the Hurricanes beat the Devils 5-1, take a 1-0 series lead in that one, and then the Golden Knights beat Edmonton 6-4, take a 1-0 series lead. Move it to Thursday. Stars tie the series at 1, and then Panthers take a 2-0 series lead on the Maple Leafs, winning that one 3-2. Moving to Friday, the Hurricanes destroy. I don't know why I'm doing the destroy thing today, but I'm going to do it. Destroy the Devils 6-1. They take a 2-0 series lead in that one. On Saturday, the Oilers destroy the Knights 5-1. They tied that series at 1. We moved to Sunday. The Kraken did destroy the Stars. I actually watched the first period of that game. It was 0-0. And then I watched the second period, and very quickly it was 4-0. And because it was Sunday night, I then went to bed. And I went to bed. I went to bed at 4-0. It ended up being a 7-2 final. But yeah, the Kraken, it was nuts. Like I said, it was 0-0 first period, and then all of a sudden, man, I don't know what happened with the Kraken. The floodgates open. So Kraken take a 2-1 series lead in that one, and then the Devils destroy the Hurricanes 8-4. Hurricanes are up 2-1 in that series, and then the Panthers in overtime. I did catch a little bit of that game. I did see the, I saw him go to overtime. I didn't see the overtime goal, but the Panthers beat the Maple Leafs. Florida now leads that series 3-0, and it will take a colossal collapse from the Panthers for the Maple Leafs to win that. Now, just to let you know, as we all know in baseball, only one team has ever come back from an 0-3 deficit to win a series, and that, of course, was the 2005 Boston Red Sox, or was it the 04 Red Sox? That was the 04 Red Sox, right? Yeah, it's the year they broke the curse, was 04. That's right. 05 was fucking Chicago because they played the Astros in the World Series. What am I smoking? Hold on, what's in this thing? Jesus Christ, what's in this thing? Jesus Christ. But yeah, in 04, they came back. And then in 2020, of course, that was the COVID year. That was a weird fucking thing. But in the ALCS, the Astros were only the second team to be down 0-3 to come back and tie the series. Granted, they lost in Game 7 to the Tampa Bay Rays in that one, but they were only the second team to ever do that. Now, basketball's never happened. Nobody's ever come down from an 0-3 hole in basketball. Still never happened in basketball. And we've had quite a few 3-1s, but never 3-0. But it has happened a couple times in hockey too. I think the Islanders, I want to say it was the Islanders that came back from 0-3, and that was like back in the 70s or something like that. It's happened a couple times. So the chances, but like I said, that's minuscule. So the chances of the Panthers, the Maple Leafs coming back and winning 4 games in a row over the Panthers seems to be very low. So it looks like there will be not, at least on the eastern side of things, there will not be a Canadian team in the Cup, and that's always been the thing. It seems like the Maple Leafs are just like fucking. They're one of those teams that can get to the playoffs, and then when they get to the playoffs, they shit the bed. And as sports fans, that drives you absolutely fucking crazy. I mean, looking at the Braves in the '90s, what was that, like 14 straight division titles or whatever? They had one fucking World Series to show for it. Went to 5, they won 1, lost 4. Just Twins haven't won a postseason game in fucking 30 years or something like that. I mean, last time they were in, they got. I mean, every time they've been in, they've been swept. It's just, yeah. I mean, if you're a sports fan like that, it's just it hurts when your team can get there and then they get bounced. Man, that seems to be the Maple Leafs there with that. So, and I don't even know when the last time a Canadian team won a cup. Let's look that up. Fuck it. Let's Google it. I'm just gonna put it in there. All right, let's see. When was the last time a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup? Let's see what Google says. 1993 was the last time that a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. That was 30 years ago this year. Okay, Google, we get it, Google.